I thought I might just say a few words informally about a topic which I think has generated a lot of interest around the church, and that is the decision by both houses of General Convention to enter into a process of revision of the Book of Common Prayer. And that's very anxiety-producing for many people. For some people it's very exciting. There were many different possible approaches to this whole notion of revision. I should back up and tell you that in this triennium, which is just finishing now, the 3 years between the last General Convention and this one, I was on the Standing Commission on Liturgy and Music, which was tasked with the work of figuring out by what process the church as a whole might approach prayer book revision. And long story short, we came up with two options which we offered to the church. One option was to launch immediately into the process of revision. And the other option was to kind of hold off on that and to take the time to really engage more deeply with the present prayer book, which we, I think, often take for granted, but which has many riches which are yet, I think, to be integrated into our common life. The wonderful thing that has happened is that both those options have kind of been brought into a beautiful relationship to each other. And the resolutions that have come out of House of Deputies and House of Bishops, although slightly different from each other, they need to be sort of coordinated before we can make a final decision. But both houses have produced resolutions that recognize the fact that the process of revision actually begins with a deeper engagement with the present prayer book. We're not starting from scratch. We have tremendous work and experience that has already been gifted to the church. And we also don't need to be afraid to enter into the possibility of change, as long as we are open to the Holy Spirit and know that the development of liturgy is always a process of theological reflection. It always takes us deeper into an understanding of the meaning and message of our faith. Nor do we need to worry, as some have, that engaging in a process of revision will distract us from our mission in the world, because of course our worship is meant to impel us into that mission. So the more we think about what our worship needs to call us to, the more we will be paying even more attention to, as I like to say, following Jesus into the neighborhood. So I'm excited and hopeful, and look forward both in the continuing work of the House of Bishops and the Standing Commission on Liturgy and Music, but also particularly in the Diocese of Southern Ohio, to be able to listen to one another deeply, to have a renewed attention to what worship means and how we do it, and to engage as wide a circle of voices and experiences and stories in this exciting road that I believe the Holy Spirit is calling us into. May God bless this work. Thank you.